Monday, what's today's Tuesday, the 10th of January. And this is my personal yoga practice, and I get started with a short forward fold. Just enough to lengthen the spine and neck. Get out any kinks, any little pops. I feel a couple of pops in the neck, but they don't want to come out, at least not yet. And my back is fine. So let's get started. First pose is downward facing dog. Hands about shoulder width, feet about hips width, elbows straight. Engage the abs and the shoulders to keep the hands in place instead of sliding away. Knees at first to get the spine and arms in the position. Wiggling my shoulders a little bit just to see what that feels like. And find your comfort zone. Rotate the hips to articulate the spine. Relax. Yeah, after you find the spine and the arms in a good spot, then start to straighten the legs a little bit. The hands still feel very slick. So you can rotate the shoulders, feels like out and then down. Difference between shoulder rotation. Just to see what that feels like. Relax, equal parts inhale and exhale. Breathe through the nose if you can. If your senses are allowing you to do that this morning. Relax, allow the breath to flow in and out of the body. Equal parts inhale and exhale. Straighten the knees a little bit, but keep the rotation of the pelvis. Try and relax the calves, allow the ankles to rotate a little more. Work the Achilles and the calves. Another 28 seconds. I'm starting to feel my shoulders because they have apparently a lot of support to maintain this position. There are a lot of supports required, a lot of efforts required from the shoulders to maintain this position. Rotate the pelvis. Straighten the legs, maybe just a hair, 10th of a degree. And that's that. Alright, brief yoga pose interlude as we reset the timer. And upward facing dog. Hands towards the feet. That's good enough. Let's go and get both hands in frame. There we go. The low back slide into place. So the vertebrae don't feel quite in the correct alignment yet. Vertebrae discs, whatever's going on down there. Nerves are telling me, yeah, don't don't explore too much of the low back yet. Wait for things to get in place first, then you can explore some more. And relax. And breathe. And feel the body. Feel the sensation of the forearms. There we go. And feel that. Oh, look at that. The neck is really starting to feel better. It took it about a week to heal up from a headstand that I did not do properly. It's always a negotiation in the body. Every day is a new day. The body might be feeling it, it might not be feeling it. So you just gotta do what the body lets you do. And then generally, the more often you practice, the more the body will let you do. And relax. Feel the stretch. Actually lifting up with the shoulders, but that enhances, creates extra sensation in the right wrist. Just gotta pull back a little bit because of the right wrist. So yeah, a lot of sensation in the forearms. That's where most of the sensation is right now. Forearms, especially in the right wrist. So just relax for another 30 seconds. Count your breaths if you keep getting distracted. Count your exhales. So you can focus on that, and then after the mind is quieted, then focus on the sensations in the body. So feel the spine, feel the muscles around the spine. Get it into place. And that is it for that. Alright, back to Hero's Pose as a tweener pose. Get the timer restarted. And next up is Wheel Pose. There we go. I think that's probably better. Start up on the head, reposition the hands, and press up. Feel the stretch, slowly start to straighten the elbows as best you can. And I lift up the balls on my feet, so it's just the heels pressing into the earth. And when I do that, that gets more weight into the earth and helps to prevent my feet from sliding. So I push the whole foot into the earth. That distributes the pressure along the whole foot and may allow it to slide. So you can pick up the balls of the feet, or you can pick up the heels, so that there's less surface area between the foot and the earth to prevent sliding. And feel the stretch on the front side of the body, the abdomen. All those muscles that connect to the front side of the pelvis. Hold the pose, feel the stretch, front side of the shoulder as well. Kind of the pectoral side. Feel the stretch, the power in the shoulder. Effort in the shoulders to keep the pose. And that's it for that. Finish this out with a little bit of camel pose. I usually like to get my knees about shoulder width apart. And then grab the heels and fold over. And then use the glutes to pull the body forward. Feel a nice stretch on the pectoral muscles and the shoulders with the hands grasping the heels. Relax and breathe. equal parts. Inhale and exhale. Feel the stretch. Feel a lot of stretch in the arms, not only the shoulder but also the upper arms. And release. Slowly, your pose is a tweener pose. In between major poses. Get the arm restarted. And back to forward fold. Very slowly. The spine, find its groove where it wants to go. Elongate everything. So yeah, I've got the hands on, had the hands on the shins, moved them up to the quads. Or actually just between the quads and the knee. Keep the hands off the knee. To control the amount of rotation of the spine, because I just did a lot of back bends, a lot of posterior flux in the spine, posterior articulation, and now switching to anterior articulation to forward folding. Have to go slow, let the vertebrae take their time, get in the right spot. There we go, and relax. Let the arms balance for a little bit. Put the hands under the feet. So yeah, those, I guess I'm just kind of straightening, but I'm really just kind of feeling things out, right? Because I can twist the elbows so they go forward, and then I can pull the shoulders down, and straighten the back, rotate the pelvis, feel the neck. It's all just kind of stretching and feeling things out. And then relax. Have to pay attention to the inner rotation of the foot, right? The height of the big toe knuckle as compared to the height of the pinky toe knuckle, that rotation on the foot, because that controls how much pressure there is on the ankles into each other. And you want the ankles to just barely touch each other, just barely feel each other. They shouldn't be pressing hard into each other. Just notice it just a little teeny tiny bit. If pressure is too much, you need to rotate the foot so that the big toe knuckle comes up a little bit while the pinky toe side stays down on the earth. For another 15 seconds. And relax. Feel the breath. And that is that. Hey, got some watchers. Even got a fan. Awesome stuff. Thanks for watching. You started just in time for some of the big fireworks. Alright, so today's the 10th, so I start with the right leg first. That side, no, the side first. Alright. Hip opener. Yes. I've had a lot of practice with my hips, so I've got quite the hip opener. And it works up into the foot behind the head. Yep, so you start off, foot towards the chest as best as you can. Maybe you just start off with the lotus, right? Or half lotus. Feel that. And relax, take this down. Again, bring your foot in towards the chest. Always be careful when you're doing this because the muscle slides over the bone. Don't know what you're doing, that could not turn out well. So the muscle, as you move the foot, the knee back and forth, the muscle slides back and forth along the bone, which is an interesting sensation all in itself. And with enough practice, you start to get the foot behind the head. It's a little too much. Feel with the right amount of sensation. So yeah, lots of sensation on the thigh, the right thigh, somebody said something, but I can't read it from here. Alright. And just relax. Hold the pose for another minute 30 seconds. Again, if you want to practice at home and you can't do this, then don't do that. That's why I mention the workups to this, right? Is just start off with a half lotus. Bring the foot towards the chest while you're sitting up. Once you find that easily enough, then you lay down and you start to bring the foot towards the chest again. Foot or shin towards the chest. And then once you want to experiment, you very slowly start to put the foot, bring the shin towards the skull, maybe not behind it. It is a negotiation with the body, and the body always wins. Make sure you respect that. And relax for another 30 seconds. Get the right knee on the earth. Back the left elbow around the right foot to help keep the leg behind the back or behind the neck. And I've also got the right hand on the right shin. Again, to help keep the right leg behind the back, behind the neck. And when the timer's up, when you want to come out, very slowly come out. Again, because those muscles have to slide back and forth. And that was such an intense stretch. It constricted some of the blood flow. So you gotta be careful with that. But I kind of gotta get moving today. Hey, captured a moment. All right. Clear that out. Next up is the other side. So that means it's the left side. Very cool. And again, start off easy, right? Half lotus, which you could tell I can do. And then bring the foot or the shin towards the chest. Again, careful because that muscle likes to slide back and forth on that bone. It's a very interesting sensation, especially if you're not used to it. And then back on the earth. Again, foot to the chest, shin to the chest. And then when you're ready, the body says it's ready. Oh, yeah, I've got something going on in that thigh there on the outside, which makes the left side not nearly as easy or forgiving as the right side. So you go slow, ever so slowly. There we go. Alright, got the right foot, the right elbow around the left foot. Yeah, the right foot just kind of floating out in space. The spine is somewhat curved, right? Some anterior flex on the spine, which is why we did that forward fold, because it helps set that up for the spine. Yeah, that's trying to do a back bend immediately before this pose. It would take a lot longer to get into this pose with the back. That's why you set up forward folding poses with a forward fold. This is pretty cool because I've actually got the left knee pressing onto the earth. That doesn't always seem to happen. For about another minute. Relax. Relax as many muscles in the body as you can. Feel the stretch, conscious awareness to the parts of the body that are experiencing heightened sensation, such as the left thigh and the left foot starting to fall asleep. Just relax, everything's okay. There's not too much sensation. As long as there's not too much sensation, you'll be fine. But everyone's body's different. So only go so far as you can go. And that's it for that. Again, very, very slowly. Bring that out. Allow the blood flow to reestablish to that leg. Alright. Start up. This pose is my hamstring stretch. Today is the 10th. Yep. So let's get that right foot into frame. Get the legs about 120 degrees apart. I found, for me, that's what works, because I gotta fold over, and if I go any further than that, my man parts don't like it. So grab the right foot with the left hand, and then make sure you get that right hamstring seated properly on the earth, because the earth is pushing into the right hamstring. And then slide the right hand under the left hamstring and feel that glorious stretch. So a lot of sensation on the right hamstring, a lot of sensation on the left shoulder. Because it's interesting, the shoulder muscles, there's a lot of support activity, a lot of support effort going on in the left shoulder. But then when you relax those muscles, then there's a lot of sensation in that left shoulder, in the shoulder that's being stretched. And then you can start to try and straighten the spine, start to look up towards the sky. Maybe one of these days. As you enhance the stretch, when you do that, when you start to straighten the spine, that enhances the stretch on the right hamstring. And then start to relax, just allow the body to go where it falls. Starting to feel a little extra sensation on the man parts. That's not good, but we'll see. Another minute? I don't think so. Let's get that repositioned. There's just not a more polite way to do that. They're in the way and you gotta get them out of the way. And relax. Try to relax. Breathe. Feel that stretch on the right thigh. And that's that. And I really like that stretch. It's a nice compound, multi-part stretch. And then as you come up, right, the spine was used to curving that way. So now the spine has to takes a moment to recenter itself. Clear that out. Next side started. Get to where we can see that left foot. And then get that to where everything's good. Left side. It's never as easy as the right side, it seems like. Just relax. The spine, the vertebrae, the discs, everything in the spine has to reorient and reposition so I can stretch the other side. That's those lowest vertebrae right next to the pelvis. Slowly sliding into place. Feel that left thigh on the pelvis, which is kind of interesting. There we go. Get that down. Get the left arm, left hand underneath the right hamstring, and then rotate the eye of the left elbow, that's the bicep side of the elbow, towards the front and then towards the floor. So you're kind of twisting the arm a little bit. Feel a little pop on the right ball and on the left ball and socket joint in the shoulder. Feel the stretch on the left leg. And a little bit on the right shoulder. The right shoulder's more on the left shoulder. The right leg's a little more open than the left leg. So I'm feeling a little bit more intensity on the left leg as compared to the right shoulder. Relax. Feel the pose, straighten the back a little bit to get more of a stretch on that left thigh. Maybe tense up some of those thigh muscles just to feel some space, wiggle around just a little bit. And then relax. Straighten that spine. Bend over just a little more. And that's that. Surprise, surprise. Right, get that spine recentered back into place. Next up is straddle splits. Start off with Baddha Konasana, starting to reach forward like this. But then at a certain point, you want to spread the legs. You can sit with your back against the wall and just, right, if you really want to practice, right, just chill. Find a place, a stretch that's comfortable for you. You look at me and you see me doing all these stretches. Is that comfortable? Well, yeah, actually it kind of is. Because I'm used to it, because I've been doing it for a while. Alright, and then at a certain point you want to bring this forward. And you want to get the entirety of the abdomen and the pelvis all on the earth. When you do that and you're a guy, the man part's getting away. So you need to get those out of the way. And, oh, look at that. Can touch the toes. Alright, and then stretch out the shoulder. Use the placement of the rib cage to control the amount of sensation on the right shoulder. So use the upper body to rotate a little more, a little less, to find the right amount of sensation on the right shoulder. Feel stretch in the inner thighs, at least a little bit. For another 30 seconds on this side with the shoulder. And relax. Feel the breath. Feel the sensations in the body. And again, use that upper body. Rotate it, tug it just a little bit to get the right amount of sensation on that shoulder. Flip sides and repeat. Use the placement of the rib cage to get the right amount of sensation on the shoulder. Feel the stretch. Cool the toes. Pulse the muscles a little bit. For another 15 seconds. Feel that left shoulder. And that is that. All right. Last pose. Handstand practice. Very cool. All right, so we'll start from legs wide. Get the hands about shoulder width apart. And I've got the hands, like, instead of hands forward, right? I've got the hands out to the side. That helps my wrists feel better when I do the handstand, as I place weight into the wrists. And then I got to get the hands close enough to the legs that I can balance. Lift up into the starter pose. All right, and now we'll see how well or not I can do it today. Transfer weight in the hands and lift the hips up. Yeah, the up was good. The coming down was not planned. Just gotta balance on the hands. Balance. There we go. Oh, fingers and heel. Heel of the hand. And the fingers. All right, there we go. Just a little bit of balance, but keep it. Bend the elbows for more control. Straighten the elbows for less effort. Focus and balance. Oh, come on, come on. Oh. That's that for today. All right. That's my practice for the day. I appreciate each of you joining me and watching. I hope you enjoyed it and had fun. I'll be back at 8 a.m. basically every day unless something strange happens. So I should be here tomorrow, the day after. And the practice is very much the same. Yep, do the same thing every day so that you can get good at it. And y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks.